Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Chris and today I am bringing you step one of build a page for the month of November. Not sure who is going to be playing along this month. I know that Sheila, who is Scotian Scrapbooker over on Instagram, is having some remodeling or computer issues or something like that, so she's not sure where she's going to be at this month. She was hopeful that she would be able to get some pages done. Moira, I know, has been dealing with her mom, so I don't know where she's at with her life. Christy's been working on her December daily pages, and I know that Shannon has been working very hard on design team stuff and working, and so she's not sure where she is. And Jen with Kay's mom, I haven't heard from her. So anyways, just check out their channels. They've got stuff going on that's always inspirational that you'll enjoy. I know Shannon just did a big kit making video the last couple days, so good stuff to check out either way. I'm going to try and get all 5 of mine done this week. As we're getting towards Thanksgiving, it is getting busy around here, and I do know for myself, December I'm going to take a pause. In December, I am going to be working on my December daily. And then in January, I'll be back with Build a Page, and mine is going to be all scrap related. We're going to start out the year again using 6x6 or smaller paper pads and going and using scraps again for Baby's Got Scraps. So long story short, this month, what I wanted to do was start out with my focus being these Simple Stories foam stickers. I had gotten some through different kits and things, but also I had gotten a Peachy Cheap offer that had a bunch of these in there. And so I thought, you know, some of them haven't been touched yet. So we're going to go ahead and pick out 5 that we're going to start building layouts from. So I know that I have Halloween pictures, so I'm going to grab this Halloween one. There is one other Halloween one in here, this October 31st one. They're a little bit different, so I think I'll try and do 2 different pages, but maybe one with this, which is more, to me, looks more kid-related, and this one is more vintage, so maybe I can find a photo from my childhood or one of my kids, so we can show one modern day and one older. So that's those 2. Then I have what I thought I could use. So we'll put those to the side. So we have 3 more. So what I have is the Simple Stories. This is Family Fun Night. I do have something similar with Echo Park. I believe that it would go with fun game night stuff. So I got to think if I have any. I think I've got pictures of us playing, like me and the grandkids playing like Trouble and stuff. So I just have to go through the pictures, but maybe this is likelihood. I have a Valentine one. I have an everyday one that's, this one's called Good Stuff. So this one might be a good option. This one's a winter one. I may have some older stuff, but I'm not really feeling that, or the Valentine. This is another Valentine one. I think I'm going to put that one to the side because, again, I'm not real sure. This one is Summertime, and it actually has a little bit of chipboard in it, and it's starting to get used up. So this one might not be a bad option. I still have some Florida pictures, even though it wasn't summer, it was sunny days, but I have some my daughter's childhood. I have this one here that's mainly Western, but it's got country and adventure, saddle up. Excuse me, I'm getting over my ever cold. I have some pictures of my grandson Carter with his chicken, but this is kind of more horse related. And I do have some pictures of my daughter on like she was riding like the pony ride at a family picnic. So that might not be a bad. And then I have this one here I got from Shannon, and this is more like seaside. And I do have pictures from our North Carolina beach photos, like when we went to see the wild horses in North Carolina. So maybe, and the lighthouses and stuff. So maybe this one, I think I'm going to grab this one here since it's already cut into. We'll make that number 3. I'll see if I can find some kid pictures with this one for game nights. That's number 4. So number 5, I just need to see if I want to do like a generic everyday one, cowboy riding, or vacation. And I'm going to stretch myself, and let's go ahead with the cowboy one and see if we can do, like I said, I have in mind, I have pictures of my daughter on a pony ride. So maybe we can do something like that. So let me put you on pause. I'm going to see if we can get some paper and put some paper together. And then tonight I'll find pictures. And then tomorrow we can put the rest of the embellishments together. So let me put you on pause. I'll be right back. Okay, so the first paper pad I picked out was this Park Lane paper pad. It's called Sunny Days. I've had this for a while. Kind of reminded me of this, the summer, the other collection. What was that called? Sunkissed. Kind of reminds me of the Sunkissed collection. And so I thought with that one, it might be a little bit of a stretch, but I thought maybe the colors would go. I'm thinking of like Happy Trails has the bright one, like Howdy Partner, Cowgirl. So these would be things of my daughter riding the pony ride. And again, this was the pictures that I'm thinking of were from the late 1980s, and it would have been at a work picnic. So we would have been looking at summertime. So I really want to try and keep it light and bright. So with that in mind, I'm thinking like something like the daisies, you know, for a little girl, that kind of speaks to me of, you know, going for a summer ride on a horse. I also thought about this blue sky paper, and let's just kind of go through. The pink might work even for like layering. There's no pink in the stickers. However, it might work considering it's going to be a little girl page. I don't think there's any pink. There's no pink on here, so that's going to be a maybe. We'll see what we pull in with the base papers. Really don't want the sunshine. Now, the yellow might be a nice option. Again, there's kind of those darker yellows, so this would be a contrasting color. And then it goes with the daisies. So again, keeping that bright kind of a feel. And even the pink is a shade of red. So, you know, even though it's a lighter shade, it's a contrasting color. So you're pulling in a little bit of that, kind of that red tone. So these 3 might not be bad together. And then the other one I thought might work is this one, because again, it kind of screams picnic. And my work used to put on these big elaborate work parties, you know, big events for the whole family day. It was before we were taken over by a bigger bank. And so our company technically is no more that these were from, but we have fond memories of the family environment the company had used to instill. And I mean, at this one picnic, they had medieval times jousters come and perform for the kids. And there was cotton candy. It was a big carnival type event, kind of picnic, not your normal like Sunday grill a burger kind. It was a huge event. So this might not be a bad option to kind of pull in that feel. And then I do like the food, but again, this is going to be the pictures of her actually on the horse ride. There's another yellow, which is a little bit darker, but I kind of like having the lighter because then these will pop off against it. And there's watermelon again, the picnic vibe, and then the water. So I think I'm going to stick with these four. I think for the pictures that I have in mind with her on the pony ride, this to me screams pony ride, picnic, little girl who's 2. And then pulling in like the cowgirl and some of these, even though they're like more like a, like if you were going to a Wild West ride kind of a thing, this kind of, to me yells, we can pull it together. I also do have some pictures from that we've gone to like our Boone County Fair that we have with the horse riding and stuff. But I really think I'm going to stick with this girl theme in mind. So let me go ahead and we're going to put this to the side, and then I'm going to grab another sticker sheet and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back and I'm bringing in the Cartabella Family Night. The colors are a little bit different, but the theme's the same. So I'm thinking I'll be able to pull it off. Let's just take a closer look and see. So first of all, I know I have the 6x6 paper pad, and I think I'll just pull the whole thing in, and along with the sticker sheet from here. And then what I wanted to, I think I have pictures. I know I have pictures of us doing a puzzle, but I think I have pictures of us recently playing Trouble. And so I'm just going to see if I can find pieces that kind of go with that idea. I do like the plain blue with the letter background. Now this might not be a bad one, you know, because again, Trouble, you have the pieces going around the board. Let's see if I could do something with that. And then maybe do like matting some smaller photos throughout. I do have bingo pictures. I could do bingo too, but that won't bring in this stuff. So let's just keep looking. Now this green, blue, teal blue, this really does match really good. So I think I'm going to pull this piece of paper in for sure. I really kind of like this Starburst one, because again, I think it's not too, it's not going to be, it's busy, but it's not so busy that it's going to compete with these thickers. And let's see, we have a red. It's kind of bold with it. This to me screams more like 4th of July. And the other side is more like slides. Then we have TVs and records. That really doesn't go with the theme. We have cut aparts, and it wouldn't hurt to put cut aparts in. Again, if I want to do like a journaling, or like this one, Game On, with, and that's a puzzle or a game piece that looks like the ones from Trouble kind of. So let's pull that in. And then let's do this one, because even though this reminds me of Life and the game pieces for Life, I think this one along with the dark blue might work. So to me, this is kind of going well. And I am pulling in this blue color and a little bit of the gold color. Like, so the word score, the good times, I think would work. Even there's navy blue and game night. I think this one will work. So I'm going to go ahead and pull these 4 in along with the 6x6. I have my inspiration, and then we'll pull in the 12x12 sticker sheet, and then I'll see what else we have that we can pull in. So this is number 2, and I'll be right back with number 3. Okay, for number 3 and 4, we have Halloween. So I just went ahead and I pulled my Halloween kind of box. Some of these, it's Halloween and fall. Some of these are older. I also did pull in this Simple Stories Simple Vintage October 31st, which goes with this. Again, I think this was a peachy cheap scrapbooking deal. So I thought the 6x8 papers would be great. And then we'll see if we can find some 12x12 that looks more vintagey. So let me see what I have for Halloween. And I'm just going to pull out, let's see, that's fall. And that was fall. I do have some darker red. And let's see. I have Recollections. This is going to be more brighter. I'm just going to pull out a stack. Like I said, it's mixed between fall and Halloween. So let me see what I can pull out here. Sorry about that. All right, let's see what we have here. I'm just gonna, and again, some of these are older and very thin. We're just gonna flip through the fall real quick and the Thanksgiving. And try and go right to the Halloween. I've kind of stopped buying Halloween stuff just because my kids are now adults. But now I'm getting to the grandkid stage, but I still don't have the volume of layouts that I did when they were younger. And so, okay, so now we're getting into the Halloween paper. This one must have had something sticking on top of it that's come off. So let me see if I can pull that off. Oh. All right, so let's pull out the stickers and just put them to the side. Sorry for the glare, but kind of want to see what we're working with. Again, I know this one's vintage and this one's brighter, so this one here might work on some of these other pages. Oh, here's the little owl that goes on there. Let me quick glue that back on, just so he doesn't get lost. There we go. I can fix him better later. So we have the green, and then we have little spooky guys. This is kind of fun. This year, the boys were all monsters, and then Everett, the little one, was a corn cob. So I'll need like some that are monster and one that's cutesy. So monster, this wouldn't be bad. I don't really need the candy. This just says ghouls and demons. Like one of the purples wouldn't be bad for maybe matting. This one's cute. It's got the googly eyes on it. Now I could do one page for each of the boys. So let me go ahead and pull a second one out since I'm going through. I do like this one that's got the 3D. So maybe, oh, and then it's got the green. Oh, okay. So maybe we could do the 3D, and then we can use the green and the purple for matting. If we do more than one layout. Here's another spooky one. So this would get me a third layout, and I think the boys would enjoy having, each of them having a spooky, fun layout. So I've got 3. I've got some matting paper if I do one-page layouts. You guys might get a bonus longer one. Okay, so we have skulls with little gemmy eyes. Again, this has got kind of like a texture with little eyeballs and things. This one's just got eyes. It's kind of fun. And then it says boo and eek. Let's see what else I've got here. This collection, this is old. This was Recollections. Gosh, does it say what year? I've had this for a long time. It doesn't say what year. But this would have been from Michael's brand back in the day when they actually had stuff that you could buy at their store. Lately, it seems like they don't have much of anything. This is very, very thin paper, like the Black Cats. Here's more Thanksgiving, pumpkin. Now this one is wheat, but he was a corn cob, and that kind of reminds me of Farm Fields. You know what, I'm not going to do Everett's because his is more cutesy, unless I do his with the vintage. These are already cut into, and these are textured, so maybe I'll pull in some of this dot paper. This is Reminiscence. Gosh, this one is back. Is there a year on this one? This is, I mean, this is really, really old. This is back when I used to scrapbook at a store that was local. So I want to say this was like early 2000s. It doesn't even have a year on it. From Reminisce. That was got some fun paper in here. Quite a bit of it, actually. All right. Then we have Studio 8, I believe, or Studio G. I believe this was Walmart's brand. And this, 2011. So let's just see what's in here. Since I'm kind of going for 3 layouts with that one sticker sheet. And look how thin this paper is. So we have some webs, we have some orange, some spiders, some bats, some stripes, and then boo. All right, so let's see what we have. We have 3 backgrounds. So we have the ghost, we have the goblins, and we have monsters. So that gets my 3 grandsons. Like one of them was Chucky. My little Carter was Chucky. And then the boys were, I don't know, something with blood and teeth and whatever. You know, they're 7 and 9. So, so looking at what we've got, along with these pieces, I don't think it's going to require a lot more. It's just going to be more matting because these are such already detailed backgrounds. I think they're going to be simple. So I think with this here and this sticker sheet, this is a good start for what I'm going to call one paper kit. I lost another owl. Let me glue them back on. So I think this is going to be a good start for those. And where did we lose the owl from? Oh, here we go. I'll add a little bit more adhesive to all these dimensional ones since some of them are popping off. And then once they're in the page protector, they'll be a little bit more secure. So we're going to call this one done. So it's number 3. Number 4, again, is going to be more vintage. So something with my childhood. We have this 6x8. So I think what I want is a piece of black cardstock to start with. Only because the papers that I have are thin, and that's a good base. So even if I was to go and do like maybe this background and then build with these on top of it, which I'm kind of thinking that's what I might do. This piece of black, even if I'm just layering it on top of it, it's just going to add it a little bit more beef. So let's do that. I'm just going to go ahead and use, this is the background, and then we'll do the rest of the layout using the 6x8 paper pad and matting, and then I'll bring in embellishments from my Halloween stash that I have. So that's number 4. All right, so let me go ahead and put this stuff away back into my fall and Halloween. And then I'll be back with our last one, which will be more of a coastal page. So be right back. Okay, so I really dug into my old stuff. This is Beach House, which was a paper studio pad from 2013. Now, some of the photos that I still have to scrapbook are ones from when I went with my husband to Tarpon Springs in the, July. I have some older photos from childhood, but then I also have our trip from North Dakota where we went to see the wild horses and the barrier islands in North Carolina. And so this kind of gives me that feel. So the first thing I want to do is kind of flip through and familiarize myself. These are very, very, very thin papers. I'm thinking this one would be good for matting. So it will definitely have to go on a piece of cardstock or something that will beef it up for my album. Kind of like this. I'm looking at this and thinking that the colors like from the sea and relax, wavy, waves, stuff like that. I'm thinking this and the seagulls, that kind of screams that kind of a pattern for me, that feel. And this is, you know, I know a lot of people de-stash and they want to get rid of things that are older. Even though this paper's thin, I really like the patterns, and you can really get a nice feel for, you know, the beachy vacation. So it's you don't have to necessarily get rid of something just because it was older. No one's going to know in your book. And again, there's ways of saving it to where you can go and put it on a piece of what I call ugly paper. So if there's I can show you, if there's a piece of paper that I'm not thrilled with in my stash, I'll build upon that. So I'm still getting my money's worth out of these paper pads. I know I'm pulling out more than I need to, and maybe we can do a double page layout. I like this one because it's got the blue and the brown colors for the sand. And I'll explain in a second my thinking for pulling these out. But I'm really, and again, I think I might lean towards doing a double page layout. So with that thought in mind, maybe I'll pull these two wood grain. Let me just see if there's two other ones that I can use as the background. I kind of want more of a whitewash, but this will work. I actually do have some travel ones where I was in Romania and the whole shoreline was these like rocks. But I already have the other photos printed, so I might stick with the North Carolina stuff. I do like this. I'm pulling out way more than I need, and I'll make decisions in a minute. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and decide. I want the wood grain. I'm thinking I want to pull in the blue. Okay, so here's my thinking. We can use, I'm looking at what's inspiring me as the colors and the mood and feel. So for this one, the mood and feel is seashore, to use these embellishments. I like the palm trees. Again, it lends itself to both North Carolina and towards Florida, so I could go either way with it. There was seagulls at both. There was waves, relaxing, shells at both. So either one of these will work depending on which direction I want to go. Come on, why don't you want to go back in the packaging? It's kind of hung up. Oh, it's coming off of there. All right, I'll deal with that later. So anyways, it's got that feel. So we have this that could be used for the background. North Carolina, you have a lot of that wood and the sand look with the beach, the boardwalks and things like that. So again, pulling in the blues from the paper and thinking about the pictures. You have the boardwalk with the worn blue, gives you that boardwalk feel. You have this that will be used for matting. You're pulling in more of the blue from the sea and the relax. Again, another pattern that's pulling in, and none of these are competing with each other. They're only complementing each other. So they all stand up against it. This is another plaid. So even though it's a plaid with a plaid, you have one that's a big pattern, one that's a small tight pattern. So neither one is competing. This one here is bringing in the browns, you know, from the wood grain, but it's also bringing in the blue that's here in the paint peeling and the stickers and the other papers. Then you have the sand. You know, again, when you think of the beach, you think of boardwalks, you think of the wind fences that are in North Carolina that are helping with catching the sand to get help from beach erosion. So you have that wood look down there along with the sand. So again, all of these colors would complement each other. And then the last thing I pulled in was this one, which is seahorses and lobsters and things. And my thinking of this one is I can cut apart and use this towards embellishments or a strip of something to add a little bit more icon to it to help punch up these. So that is my thinking on this paper. So I think this is going to make it. So tonight I'll go through, my grandson Everett's getting baptized today, so I'm not sure if I'll be able to get home early enough to be able to pick the pictures. If not, I'll do it after work tomorrow. So it might be a late video on Monday. Worst case scenario, it comes out on Tuesday and I film it with the embellishments. But my intent is to get this up late today, either before or after his baptism, and then I will work on tomorrow's video. So I want to thank you guys for stopping by. Again, make sure you check out everyone else who plays along with Build a Page. Not sure if they're going to be doing pages this month, but either way, they have great content on their channels, and you can never go wrong with checking them out. Again, Christy's doing a lot with her December daily and doing a lot of base pages. Shannon's doing a lot of her team designing and a lot of her kit stuff. And I know that Sheila had something up on Instagram. I'm not sure if it was part of Build a Page. And then, as always, Moira has been throwing things up as she can with dealing with her mom, who I believe is on the road to recovery, but does take up part of her time. So thanks, everyone, for stopping by, and we will see you again on my channel for another Build a Page. Thanks. Bye-bye.